Hi, Dad. Happy Father's Day. Just want to take a little time today to tell you some of the things that mean the world to me about you and some of my memories that I'll always treasure. And one of the things I learned and I've thought about a little bit is that you don't take a lot of time to talk about yourself very much. And I think that comes from a certain humbleness that's inside of you, and I think that's an admirable characteristic of you. Uh, but it does sometimes lead to me not knowing a whole lot about when you grew up and the things that you did, but I think you were more interested in what other people were doing and what was going on with other people, and that was kind of just your kindness that you always showed toward others, and so you were quick to listen and so slow to speak there, and I admire that about you. I also admire the fact and are thankful for the fact that you put God first in our family, and that all of us came to know the Lord because of your faithfulness and all the and all the things that you and Mom instilled in us as far as um, walking the Christian walk and relying on the Lord in all things. And when difficulties came, we knew that it was a time of family prayer, and I just appreciate that so much. I also appreciate that all those times that you let me do things that or encouraged me to do things that probably I wasn't really old enough to do, and like driving the tractor really early, or making sure that I had a job, and when I mowed the yard early when I was still pretty young, and I look at that and I was like, okay, well, yeah, that I'm not sure about that. That was I was awfully young when I did that. But then also I look at it and I say, well, you know what? I think Dad was trying to teach me that I could do things. I could do things. That I shouldn't look at life as limitations, but the ability to be able to do things. Um, and so as I've gotten older, um, I'm not afraid of things. I'm not afraid to try things. Um, whether it's working on the hot car, working on the house, or at work or whatever, there's little fear in my life when it comes to wanting to being able to do things. I have a confidence that you instilled in me by letting me do things, yeah, and that you were encouraging, and you keep telling me that I could do it. And if I didn't know how to do it, I'd be able to figure it out. And so I thank you for that. Thank you for helping me to be that kind of person. Um, I also thankful for your kindness. I see it where you don't get mad at folks very often, and you give them a benefit of a doubt. There's situations that happened over the years, and I sit there and I'm like, wow, that person was just way wrong to do that and stuff. But you would say things like, well, you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know, you haven't been in their shoes, so you don't know exactly what's going on there and stuff. And so you always gave folks a benefit of a doubt, and I think I do that now too a little bit, is try to give folks a benefit of a doubt, um, and try to look at them more loving than condemning, and I thank you for that. Um, I also thank you for introducing me to baseball. I know you love baseball, and I know you were a lot better at baseball than you let on. But again, you never wanted to talk about it, and I think that love of baseball got passed on to your grandson as well. The love of the Braves, and I thank you for taking all the time to play baseball with me, to practice baseball with me, and to go to the Braves games together and stuff. And those are times that I always cherish, and that holds a place in my heart. And sometimes when James and I are watching the games together or talking about the Braves, I start to relive those times a little bit of when I was young and we would go to the ball games together and enjoy watching the Braves, and they weren't very good back then. So um, that was something. I remember going and paying 50 cents to sit in the outfield. Then as the game went on, we could move further down, closer to the field, because there wasn't very many people in the stadium. Um, I also remember the All-Star game that you took me to too, and that was very special. Um, and then I also remember that you led me to the Lord, and that just means the world to me. You modeled what it was like to be a Christian and made me want to be a Christian too. And you've encouraged me and been there for me. Um, you also taught me to be generous with others and not to expect much in return. And I know you don't talk about it much. I know you've lent money to folks over the years. You've helped us out as well, and you've never asked for anything in return, and you never expected anything in return. And you told me that when you lend money to family and friends, you shouldn't expect it back. And if it does come back, it's a blessing. Then that's another important life lesson that you've taught me. You've taught me how to deal with life's challenges. When I was a single parent, was in Las Vegas, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I just wanted to throw in the towel and call it quits, and I just wanted to come home. Um, but you told me no. You told me that wasn't what was best. And at the time, that hurt. But looking back, it's the best thing you could have done for me. And I never would have met Dee if I would have come back home at that time. And I never would have probably pastored a church or here in Hawaii or done any of these things. So that was a critical juncture in my life, and you helped me through that. You prayed for us, and that means a lot. Yeah, we don't talk much when we talk on the phone, so that's why I wanted to just record a little something to tell you how much I love you, and because yeah, we're not very good with words a lot of times, you and I, and we leave a lot of things unsaid. But just know that I love you, I miss you, and you mean the world to me. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Love you.